Before creating an Excel pivot table, most important thing is preparing data for the pivot table. In this lecture, I shall discuss the rules and regulations that you will follow when you will prepare the data source for your pivot table. Before going into the discussion, I want to let you know that pivot table's data source must follow one hard rule. That is, your data source must have column headings. If this is not the case, your pivot table report cannot be created. In the screen, you are seeing the dataset that we have worked with in our first some lectures in this course. Every column has a heading and it is a must to create a pivot table from a dataset. Okay, let's now discuss the necessary steps that you must follow to prepare your pivot table data source. First step to prepare a data source for Excel pivot table is ensure that your dataset is in tabular layout. In tabular layout, there are no completely blank rows or columns in a dataset, and every column has a heading. In tabular layout, columns are regarded as fields and rows are considered as records. The dataset you are seeing in the screen is in tabular layout. This dataset does not have any entire blank rows or columns, and the columns of the dataset have meaningful headings. This table has 14 columns or 14 data fields and about 93,154 rows or records. Next step is avoid storing data in the section headings. In the screen, you are seeing a dataset. Sales data is divided into regions and quarters, and sales column is missing. On the right side, I have showed you the perfect structure for this dataset. Next, I have showed you another example of dataset. This dataset is also a bad design. You cannot use this dataset as the pivot table data source. On the right side of this dataset, I have showed you the accurate one. Just remember a common theory in this way: no compact design of data in a dataset. In both of these examples, data are presented in compact way. Okay, next step to prepare a dataset for Excel pivot table is, if your data source has any entire blank columns or rows, just delete them. For example, if you use this data table as the source of a pivot table, Excel will take only this part of this table. Let's check. I select a cell within this table. I click on pivot table command. By default, Excel chooses this part of the table. You can forcefully make Excel to choose this whole data table, but you will not be able to make a pivot table using this selection, as this column does not have any heading. I click OK and then cancel. Your table might have some blank cells, but this is also not recommended. But you can make a pivot table using a table like this one. You see, some cells are blank in this table, but not the whole row or whole column. I select a cell within this table and click on the pivot table command in the Insert tab. Excel chooses this whole table. So you can make a pivot table from this whole table. While preparing a source data for Excel pivot tables, the next thing you should consider is apply appropriate type formatting to fields. Let's go back to our main data table. You already know that this table has 14 data fields. Region values are formatted as text, it is okay. Market, state or province, customer name, account manager, all are in text format and it is okay. PO number or post box number is also formatted as text because generally PO number is used as text. Normally people don't perform any calculations on a PO number, so it is formatted as text is accurate. Order date column values are formatted as dates. Ship date field is also formatted as dates. Quantity, sale amount and equipment cost all are formatted as numbers. This formatting of data fields is necessary while you are preparing a data source for an Excel table. So that's all for this lecture. In the next lecture, I will summarize the issues that you have learned in this lecture.